everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and today we're going to make a sign using the little wooden truck from Dollar General. So I grabbed one of those little trucks. They usually come with a stand. They're at Dollar General for $2. Window clings from Dollar General also, and those were $1. A sign from Dollar Tree. 4 little wooden half beads. I used a few different kinds of pinks, white, black, and red paint, and this super cute scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. So the first thing I did was use a scraper, and I popped off all of the edges of the sign. They come off super easy. And then I just scraped off what I could of the glitter, because it's got like a glitter over the words. And then I peeled off as much of the paper as I could off of the edges and off the sign, and I sanded it down. Then I took and measured out my scrapbook paper, drew it out, and then cut it out. Then I Mod Podged that onto the sign. I just smoothed it out with my hands. Next, I painted all 4 of the sides white, and also for the 4 half beads also white. And I just kind of did a dry brush. I didn't thoroughly coat them. Next, I painted the truck. I painted the entire truck red. And I also did the center of the tires red as well. Then I painted the rail of the truck black, and also the tires black. And I even painted the little pieces that connect the center. Those I also painted black. Now it's time to paint the hearts. And I just used a couple of different kinds of pinks. And this heart I did with the red that I did the truck. I noticed some parts that didn't fully get painted with the black, so I just touched those up. Next, I painted the little heart at the end with the white. And this one I did like a magenta color. And I let the red heart overlap onto that one. And the same thing with the white one. I just painted around where it would come up onto that heart. And then the last heart I painted with a little bit of a lighter shade pink. And I think it turned out so cute. I love it. And how adorable is that? So once I had that truck done, I just set it aside to dry, and I started gluing the pieces back onto the frame. So I glued my long one at the top. Then I glued on one of my side pieces, making sure that I was doing it correctly. I lined up the bottom one to make sure there's going to be room for it. Then I glued on the side piece. Then I glued on my other side piece. And then the bottom. Next, I took the 4 half beads and put one in each corner of the frame. Just kind of add a little pizzazz to the frame. Next, I glued the truck down at the bottom of the frame, and I just used hot glue. And that's so cute. Next, I took some of the window clings that I liked. I picked out 3 of the hearts that I liked. And this one says Loads of Love. And I just put some Mod Podge on it on the back side. And I set that above the truck on the left-hand corner. Isn't that cute? Next, I picked out another little heart that I liked that kind of resembled the one that was on the truck with the open center. And I put that above where the hearts are on the truck. And then I picked the XO and I put that right there in the top right-hand corner. And you don't have to do this part if you don't want to. You can just leave the truck in there. It would still look super cute, especially if you can't find the window clings. But I love the way it looks. Next, I took some black paint and dry brushed it around the frame on all over the white. Not a lot, just a little bit. It was just very stark compared to the rest of the design with the black and the dark reds and pinks. Then I just took a wipe and just sort of wiped off the excess of the black. I just wanted it to look antiqued and rustic, not fully black. So I just used a wipe and cleaned up a lot of it so that it wasn't so bold. And it kind of helps spread the paint around also. Next, I had some thick black rickrack, and I just glued that to the back as a hanger. So I just glued one side, and I used my little silicone spatula so I wouldn't burn my fingers. And then I glued to the other side, doing the same thing. And that's how I made the hanger. I would have done beads, but I felt like it was just going to be too much. It's already very busy, so I figured I would keep the hanger relatively plain. The same reason why I didn't add a bow. But I think it turned out really, really cute. I love it. It just screams Valentine's Day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to sprinkle.